Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to walk you through how I go about doing my cardio. I have just got on the cardio machine and as you see I have just started. It's about 1 minute 20 seconds and I started at a very slow speed of just about maybe 3.3. So I'm just very simply just walking, taking a deep breath, and I'm gonna be doing this for about 40 minutes. The reason I'm making this video is because I want you to see the process that I go through to make my cardio fun and interesting. As you have noticed, there are many people doing cardio and sometimes video, and it's incredibly boring. I know myself doing cardio for a long time, I absolutely dreaded it. I keep looking at the time every few seconds of when it's gonna end, and it just gets, it seems like the more I look at it, the slower it gets. That's not how we want to do cardio. Another way that people watch cardio that I think is a big mistake is watching the television on here and just watching, you know, stupid shows or comedy shows, or even worse, CNN, which is constant negative news, and brainwashing their mind with negativity. I think watching TV is one of the most poisonous things we can do when we're doing cardio, because we're, instead of using this precious time that we have, not only make our body fit, but make our mind be filled with hope and optimism, which is what we need the most to be able to get to our goals, to become more attractive, to be able to create and get the things that we want. So one thing that I always suggest and I always recommend is, we're not doing the cardio just because we want to get fit or just because we want to learn how to, you know, improve our fat loss. We're doing the cardio, why? To train our mind to remember A, what are our gifts and talents and natural strengths. We want to make our mind trained. 2, we want to become hopeful and optimistic about our life. 3, we want to I can't remember the third one, but we want to do those things so we get in the positive state of mind. Oh yeah, here's the third one, is we want to train our mind to become concentrated. Just like in meditation, what we do is we keep going to the breath. If you've ever heard about meditations, we keep going to the breath and the mind gets lost, and we go back to the breath and the mind gets lost, and we go back to the breath. In the same way, what we're doing, we're using cardio time to train our mind to stay focused on one thing at a time. And something beautiful happens when we train our mind like that. At first it's difficult, just like anything that's worth having. We try to focus the mind on what we're, for example, what we're appreciative of. Like for example, I start thinking, I'm really appreciative of the fact that I can make these videos, that I can get on the camera, that I can speak, right? And my mind wants to jump off, go to the next thing, but I keep bringing it back to just focus on getting that thing, you know, focused on it. And what happens is, when we focus on one thing at a time, our mind becomes concentrated, and when our concentrated mind, time flies. That means a 40-minute cardio will feel like 5 minutes when you're in that concentration zone. Imagine how you feel when you're dreaming, right? If you're at night, you're dreaming, you go to sleep and you're dreaming, and time flies so quickly. So in the same way, when we use our cardio to train our mind and we become into that state of hope, it becomes so much quicker and it becomes a lot more fun. So how I do this is this. It's been like about 5 minutes right now that I've been just walking. I typically only walk for 3 minutes, but just because I'm doing this video. So what I do next is this. So I'm gonna put this down, I'm gonna go ahead. So what I do next is I'm increasing the number to 5.5. Now that's just my number. That doesn't mean your number has to be 5.5. The whole point is you should do your cardio so you're not running out of breath. It should be fun and easy. Does that make sense? Fun and easy. Now, If you're doing cardio for 20 minutes and you have absolutely no sweat going, that means it's too easy. You've got to step it up. But if you're doing it and you're running out of breath, that means you're doing it too difficult. So what I do now, so this is getting too difficult for me to speak, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit, just because I want to be able to talk to you. So what I do now is as I'm going, I start saying to myself, I am so grateful to God. I am so grateful to God. I'm so grateful to God. I'm so grateful to God. Now, I don't even know what I'm saying I'm grateful for. I'm just saying the words. Very superficial. But initially when we start cardio, we sometimes are stuck in our head, or we are, we just woke up, or we're not in the state. So I'm using words and my body motion to get me in state, right? So that's what we start doing. We start saying, I'm so grateful for this, I'm so grateful for that, and I'm just saying the words. And then I'm just gonna go through the process. If you get bored with this video, you can fast forward. So I start like this. Now, one other note on the posture. As you're running, you want to keep your back straight, like up, as opposed to like down. Keep your arms high to your side. So the arms are high instead of down. So as I'm running, I'm keeping my arms high. Does that make sense? Like this. It's almost like arms are high, like this. That's the running posture, because if I'm going uphill, then I'll be able to use my arms to give me the extra push that's going to make my running easier. Now, going back to the mind training. The body is just going to consistently go at the same speed. The mind starts by, what we do three different things during the run. One, we become appreciative of our strengths and the good things in our life. Two, we use our word, the power of our word, to speak words of optimism. Tony Robbins calls this incantation. Some people call it affirmation, but it doesn't matter. But the most important thing is to say words of power at the same time as your entire being is moving and you're sharing. So we're using our physiology, our mind, our voice, and our emotions to create new conditions that are going to give us more hope, optimism, so we can get to our goals faster, easier, more powerfully. And the third thing we do is we visualize what we want to have in our life. So once we did our gratitude, and once as we're going, we keep saying positive stuff to ourselves, like every day I'm expanding in power, joy, optimism, as I'm inspiring everyone to do the same. After that, we start asking the question. We're like, Creator, God, universe, tell me, what is my mission? What do I want to achieve in the next 12 months? What do I want to get out of life, right? And we start seeing it. We can visualize it, you can speak it, and we're just saying it. You can say, yes, I have moved to San Diego. I have won the first place fitness modeling. I have achieved meeting Muji. That's my teacher that I'm gonna meet. I have hang out with Eben Pagan. I have done this. I am making $2,500 per month passive income. I have published 30 books. I have amazing people that I'm coaching. Things like that. That's what I say. And I start saying these boldly, with full belief and trust. Now, sometimes when I say these, doubts may come in, and then I use another word to slash the doubts. So if I feel doubts coming, I go back to my Creator and I say, God, I have doubts coming. Can you please help me to believe? And then I say, and then I remember the word of scripture that says, if you have faith of the size of even a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So when I say that, right at the face of doubt, what I'm doing is I'm punching the doubt in the face, right? And I'm conditioning myself to believe the unbelievable, to believe what I don't believe. And this results in me becoming more hopeful. So you know you did this right when by the end of your cardio, you have this incredible optimism and joy, and you are bold in taking action towards your goals. So that's pretty much the summary of it. Now, I'm going to start going through my routine and I'm going to pretend like the camera is not here. So I'm going to ignore you from this point on, and I'm just going to do the cardio. In fact, I'm just going to stop this video and make another one just for the walkthrough of the cardio and gratitude.